Hey gals and guys, this is Michael Ferrari of Cinema to Meep and the Retro Movie Love podcast. I'm here today with another unboxing. What do we have today? Oh, it looks like we're in 90s thriller territory here. So what's going to be in this one to add to that list of titles there? Let's see what it is. Yeah, something I've been waiting to get a Blu-ray release is finally here. Pacific Heights. That's right, Pacific Heights. Starring Melanie Griffith, Matthew Modine, and of course Michael Keaton, who just come off of playing a hero, and of course in 1989's Batman here, playing the villain, the Tenant from Hell. I love these From Hell movies. I call them blank From Hell movies. And there were quite a few of them in the 90s. And this came out in 1990, so the beginning of that cycle of that decade. And so many good ones. So you can look at the back here. Sony's been doing these manufacturing on demand kind of Blu-rays. So lack of special features. You'll see special feature theatrical trailer. It's something, at least, right? It's a trailer. It's in 1080p widescreen, it's HD, so it'll look great. So I'm happy to have it on Blu-ray in whatever form I can get it. You'll see here ABC, so you could watch this in any country. That's something a lot of people don't do. So it's nice that you could get this Blu-ray from and watch it anywhere. Now, I've been a fan of these kinds of films for a long time, like I mentioned, and they're just a lot of fun. It's always great seeing these yuppie couples' lives go through hell for whatever reason. In this case, a tenant putting they're trying to restore this house in San Francisco, this beautiful old house in Pacific Heights, that part of San Francisco, and of course the tenant that's not going to make it easy for them. They're all so much fun. You can see that lots of Scream Factory put out a few of these recently, Crush and Bad Influence and Misery. So Single White Female, which is definitely one of my favorites from the 90s there. So hopefully these two, The Temp and Blue Steel, will get a release as well. The Temp is by Paramount, so they haven't been very good with their catalog at all. Notice that Scream Factory has announced some Paramount titles, so I'm sure they'll get to The Temp. Hopefully we'll get to The Temp because it's a lot of fun, and I've watched that one a lot over the years. Tom Holland, of course, directed that one, the guy who did Fright Night and Child's Play. And Blue Steel, which was directed by Catherine Bigelow. It's kind of surprising that one's not on Blu-ray since Catherine Bigelow, right? And Jamie Lee Curtis. I think Blue Steel and Pacific Heights have something in common. The same cinematographer did both of those films, Amir Makri. So they have a similar aesthetic, although Bigelow's aesthetic is very clear in that film. But the cinematography in both films look really good. And a lot of these films, really well shot. If you just take a look back, like, none of these are bad-looking movies. They're all good-looking films, and that's one of the appeal to 90s thrillers, is the look and feel of them, and just how these yuppies' lives are put through the shredder. And that's what's fun about watching them. I definitely get a kick out of them, and I always welcome when they come to Blu-ray for sure. And I'm happy to have this one as part of the team. And there'll be more. I have more on that I haven't featured here from the 90s. I just threw a bunch together just to highlight some of them. And Pacific Heights is definitely a fun one. So a welcome addition, directed by John Schlesinger, who is a director you may know from immediately from Midnight Cowboy. He's best known for that. He did Marathon Man, which is a great film. He did Sunday Bloody Sunday, which is a favorite of mine. Day of the Locusts. A lot of great films, and he may not be immediately known as the guy who made thrillers, but he did make a handful of thrillers that were really good. He came off of 1987's The Believers, that horror film, which I really like and really affected me. So he made a lot of good genre films, as well as some pretty absorbing dramas over his directorial career. And just a fan. And happy it's on Blu-ray by Sony, and hopefully more will be coming. We'll be very happy to add them to my collection. Thank you guys for this unboxing video. Please subscribe to our channel. That would be great. It helps us out. And we'll look out for more. Here we go. Take care, guys. Happy movie watching. Ciao for now.